Well, we all know that Matthew Wade is an Australian cricketing superstar these days, but did you know he could play footy? I'm just going to go and have a chat with him. So, Matt, we all know you as an Australian cricketing superstar, but we know very little about your footy career.
I started a long time ago. I think I started under 8s at Lauderdale Football Club. Worked my way up all the way through the juniors in the Lauderdale Cats, they were called back then, and then I played 1 or 2 years at Clarence Football Club, and then went back down to Lauderdale at 16 years of age and played senior footy down there. Played state under 18s and I played Mariners, bottom age and top age, and then played, I couldn't tell you exactly the number of games I played, but I probably played a dozen VFL games from there. And I tell my dad all the time that the Kieran Jack tagged me in a game of footy, so that's my bragging rights that I got tagged by a superstar of the AFL now, and now he's a premiership player.
So who are some of the other players of that era in your state representative days that continued on, I guess, with their career, Tasmanians and otherwise?
Jack Rewalt was in that team, Todd Grime was in that team, Justin Sherman, Grant Birchall, who's obviously a superstar for the Hawks now, he was in that team. Played against good players like Richard Tamblyn, I can always remember, who played for Richmond. He was always a superstar at that level. He was probably the same size as he was in the AFL and just had pace to burn on.
So was it hard to make the choice between footy and cricket when you loved them both?
It happened really quick, to be honest. As I said, I always wanted to play footy growing up. That was my goal, to play AFL. I went to the draft screening, as it was back then. I got nominated by a few clubs to go and have a look at me there, and nothing really eventuated. I played that year in the VFL, and then I think I must have been probably 18, and cricket was going okay. I'd represented Tassie in some underage stuff, and I was starting to get a grasp on cricket a little bit more, I suppose, at first grade level. And then, halfway through the footy season, I decided that I was just going to play local footy. I played with Lauderdale for the whole year, and then I got a call up about halfway through to go and train with the Devils and see how it'd go, and I ended up getting a game about halfway through the year. But the week before that, I got announced as a rookie contracted player for Tassie the following year. So from that point, I suppose, getting rookie contracted for Tassie was probably when cricket started to take over. I started to realise that footy was probably just slipping away. It was a dream that I probably wasn't going to get to see. I probably wasn't quite good enough or didn't have the attributes to make it to the next level in footy, and thankfully cricket came knocking at the right time.
And now, of course, you're living every young Australian's dream.
I'm living, that's exactly right. I think, as professional sportsmen, we get a bit carried away at times and get caught up in the moment, but if you sit back and have a look at it, I've got a terrific life. I live in Melbourne now, and I get to live my AFL dream through my cousin who got drafted to Melbourne a few years ago. So I'm lucky enough to play cricket in the summer and then go and watch my cousin play at the MCG in the winter. So I'm getting the best of both worlds at the moment.
Now, we know you're a very determined young man, but you've had some tough times as well. I
got diagnosed with testicular cancer when I was 16, so that was kind of, we're talking about all the footy stuff and all the cricket stuff, that was kind of right in the crunch time, I suppose, for especially footy at that age. You need to start getting bigger and stronger, and I couldn't do that with the diagnosis that I had. I had a couple of months off where I couldn't play footy at the end of the year, and then luckily enough I got back into the cricket season. But it was a difficult time, but it probably got me to where I am now. I probably look at that moment in my life that, after that point in time, I took a little bit of the pressure off myself and just started to enjoy the little things in life. For the fact of going out to play footy on the weekend with your mates, I think that was probably one of the big reasons that I went back and just played local footy for a little while, just to enjoy the time that I had with my mates and enjoy every game that I got to play, and with cricket. So a difficult time, but it probably shaped me into the person I am now.